Hi everyone, and welcome to a quick little video walkthrough of a brand new diary from We're Just Two Sisters. I call this one Coming of Age, a young girl's diary of hope and dreams. So I made this just in the last couple of days. I was inspired, quite frankly, by this photograph. And oftentimes with me, I will find a photograph and know that it just speaks to me and that I have to make something specifically for that photograph. And that's how this little folio journal diary came about. So it is made from a very large file folder, and it is a flip folio journal diary. And I like to imagine with this one that this belonged to a young lady who just had all kinds of dreams and hopes and ideas of her future. And she kind of kept those tucked inside her little diary. On the front of this is some really lovely vintage lace. I've also used some vintage lace for the tie that goes all the way around. And I've created a little snippet up here. I've sewn on some very dainty vintage buttons onto a little swatch of cloth and some lace with a pretty little pink bow. So let's open it up and take a look inside. This just unties, and it can come completely clear of the little journal, so you can use it. Or you could choose to put your own ribbon or your own special sentimental tie around it. So here again, you can see the awesome photograph. I just think she is just stunning. And then on the back, I've taken another photograph and used it for the back. Could be her sister, or even, a relative or her mom. I know I recently made a journal for myself called Notes to Younger Self, and I put a picture of myself as a child on the front, and then I put a picture of my mom on the back. So anyway, this one is small but mighty. It measures 4.5 inches across by 5.25 inches long. And it is very full, as you can see. There's the sides, what the sides look like. So let's go inside. So when we first open it up, it opens to this first page. And this page has this really pretty photograph here, which I've sewn on to this lovely pocket. Inside the pocket, there's a little surprise paper here. Imagine that she just dreamed of going to Paris. So this was a little keepsake that she kept in her diary. Lots of room to write on it. And she just tucked this little piece inside her diary and took it out every now and then. And perhaps when she did go to Paris, she wrote a little note on it of her trip. So this is again sewn on, and this diary is sewn all the way around the edges, so it's very sturdy, very strong, meant to be handled, meant to be used, meant to be written in. On the journal itself, this is the cover to the journal. There's a lot of pages in here, and I'll show you a little bit about what those pages are. The journal has kind of a dual cover. The first part of the cover is my own coffee dyed paper, which I've attached this beautiful photograph here. On the inside is the little girl that's kind of nestled and framed inside the stitching, which I made a loose stitching there, makes it kind of vintage. Added this really cool lace, and you can see the lace on both sides. This part of the cover is embossed. You could put something else here if you chose to do so. The cover itself is also sewn around the edges. The paper in this I chose really kind of dainty, just, fall colors or just kind of, you know, nice subtle colors. There's leaves here. There's some newspaper print. There's my own paper that I made. I made this paper by hand. It's really nice texture. It feels really soft. And this one actually smells a little bit because I added some basil flakes into my paper pulp, and I really like the way that it smells. There's a lot of writing paper. I've intentionally left every page blank. There's no embellishments. Here is some Echo dyed paper that I made with rose petals, stencil dyed paper with coffee, lots of writing paper, some vintage sheet music that's also coffee dyed, stencil dyed. I just love how this lace dyed paper comes out. Again, lots of different textures, lots of different elements in the coffee dyed papers, lots of paper to write on. Here's a letter that's in the very center. And then, of course, you'll see all those same papers in the second half of the signature. Here's the center of the signature. And then again, there's that handmade paper, the back cover. And you could, you know, put whatever you wanted here. You could put more things. I thought I would leave some space to personalize this one. The back cover of the journal has this lovely photograph. And then the coffee stenciled paper. Here on this page, there's a little closure here that you just unwind. And then this opens from the top and then opens from the bottom. And I'll take you through this. So on the top here, there's this beautiful embossed page. Here is a slit pocket that has some cool pieces in it that, again, a young girl might keep in her diary, just thinking about, you know, wanting to be a model, Jet magazine, why do honeymoons last years, thinking of getting married, of course, happy birthday with enjoying your birthday with Pepsi. Here's some other little things. Here's a cool little corner pocket here. And that corner pocket has two little pieces in it, another Jet magazine, and there's nothing like a Coca-Cola. This again folds up. This folds down. And then this little string very easily just wraps around the closure and come around to the top and just bring it over. It has a little tab there. Now, so we're not finished. So now we're going to open it this way. This way has, on the very back here, this beautifully embossed pocket. It has a little love letter here. I have found the one whom my soul loves. Lots of journaling space on the back of that. Tucks right down into this cool pocket with that lovely lady. And also we have the Walker 1949 Almanac, a professional personal guide to wealth, health, and romance. And again, all kinds of other things could fit in here. Plenty of space for more pockets, more tabs, whatever you'd like to do. This is a really cool page of books with, again, that vintage lace at the bottom. This has a pull-out here. That pull-out is this really lovely piece of dragonfly stationery. And on the back, I've done a little bit of honeycomb stenciling there. I loved the colors of that and thought that it went really well. But again, that could easily be a fun little hidden place for you to tuck something important in. This would make a lovely gift for a young lady that you might know. So we open it up once again. And here, this one is really fun. So this is how it begins, and you can open this one, and there's a little little place there for you to write something. There's a pocket here. In the pocket is a beautiful wildflowers book. Tiny little book that I made. Has quite a bit of pages. It has some embellishments on the back and on the front. This lovely lady here collecting her flowers and a little receipt. And those can just go down into that pocket. And then if you close this up and then flip it down this way, it has a pocket here with a photograph of this adorable little girl. This flips back up. And then again, if you want to go this way, you can flip this side up to the left, and there's another little space there. On this side, there is a beautiful sewn-in side pocket here, and this one is just stuffed full of a bunch of fun stuff. There's an old receipt. It has like really beautiful writing on it, perhaps when she went to Paris. It has something that she may have torn out of a magazine, Distinguished Colored Men, a very old magazine that just has all kinds of different illustrations there. Obviously meant something to this young lady, and certainly heroic gentleman of the ages. Jackie Robinson, a baseball hero. This is a tear out again, a quote from Harriet Tubman. I had reasoned this out in my mind. There was one of two things. I had a right to liberty or death. If I could not have one, I would have the other. For no man should take me alive. Very profound. Very inspirational as well. And this lovely little photograph here, and maybe this young lady aspired to be a nurse. Maybe she aspired to be an actress. So we'll tuck that one right down in there. And then this folds this way. This folds this way. This folds this way. And you have your diary back intact. So I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough. This is a beautiful little diary journal, and it would just, again, make such a lovely gift for someone, even if that someone happens to be yourself. It would be awesome for someone to just write poetry in. Again, record your notes to younger self, or thoughts and ideas, memories, and wishes come true, and wishes yet to come true. But if you'd like to purchase it, it will be available in the Etsy shop for as long as it lasts, and that's www.we'rejusttwosisters.etsy.com. That's We're Just Two Sisters with the number 2.etsy.com. And I hope you come back often. There's always something new on the Etsy store for you to check out and see. And if you like our YouTube channel, go ahead and give us a like. It certainly is helpful. Thank you, and I hope you have a blessed day.